When we sit, especially for long periods of time, our bodies tend to shut down, which can lead to an early death.
The trick is to have it in here that sitting is the new smoking, that sitting is literally bad for you.
For 15 years, the Mayo Clinic's James Levine has studied the grim consequences of spending too much time on our Duff.
People who sit for a prolonged period of time throughout their day are predisposed to developing diabetes, and those people who have diabetes, that's 7% of the whole population, their diabetes is worse.
Add to that increased blood pressure, obesity, and more.
The people who sit more are more prone to cancers, and that's breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, I mean multiple cancers. In addition, they're more prone to depression, to feeling blue. Even people who have mental illness, their illness is actually worse.
As a potential solution, Dr. Levine worked with companies to improve employee health, and that led to his inventing the combination treadmill desk. At about $3,500, this steel case walk station is the gold standard, but there are cheaper alternatives.
I was sitting for just hours after hour after hour, sometimes, 10 or so hours, and I just know that all that sitting is bad for you.
Dietitian Jill Weisenberger works out of her home and spent just $500 for what's called a Trek desk. It fits over the treadmill she already had.
And ever since I got the desk, I don't complain about back pain. I'm just much more comfortable.
Jill keeps her pace at just 1.4 miles an hour so she can concentrate without getting sweaty or out of breath.
I could be on it for 3 to 7 hours. And so I almost always walk about 30 some miles a week.
And there are other solutions. Dorothy Schulte, who works here at CBN, figured out a way to avoid sitting all day by making a stand-up desk.
And I noticed a lot of the back pain went away. I was a lot less tired at the end of the day.
For just $35, she simply attached 2 blocks to the bottom of her regular desk and replaced her chair with a bar stool.
I don't stand the whole day constantly. I'll probably go back and forth 30, 45 minutes at a time.
If you can't walk or stand at your desk, don't worry. There are still lots of other things you can do to minimize the health hazards of a desk job. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. How about a portable stair stepper?
Slide it under there so when the phone goes, you pull it out and you start stepping away.
Set your alarm as a reminder to take a lap or two around your work area.
And what appears to be the case is people get as much or potentially even more benefit from being up and walking a little bit every hour than going to the gym 3 times a week.
Instead of emailing a coworker, walk over to them. Choose the printer that's far from your desk and park far from your building.
The #1 item, and we've deployed this in over 60 corporations in the United States, is walk and talk meetings.
Also, walk at lunchtime. A good way to measure how you're doing is to wear a pedometer, which keeps track of how many steps you've taken. A good goal is 10,000 a day. The office isn't the only danger zone. When you get home, avoid being a couch potato. Studies show each hour sitting in front of the TV means an 11% higher death risk. So the bottom line is there are lots of ways to get off your bottom. That way you can keep your desk job and your good health. Lori Johnson, CBN News.